Once again, we return to the world of the living. Now, what shall we do, since we are here? I think there should be something interesting if we follow the guards. It is certainly the case that last time I did so, I was able to actually find something quite intriguing. Ooh, gauntlets as well. I might as well see what they say. Godric soldier gauntlets, worn by soldiers loyal to Godric the Grafted, rust-worn and stained through unending conflict. Well, a little staining shall not be enough to keep me away from them. That was a little bit more troublesome than it was worth. Goodness me. I see a cave. I'd best equip this and this. Pardon me, moron. I couldn't quite see that something was approaching. No. What ridiculousness. The Grove Side Cave. First we start with an effigy suggesting a martyr being sacrificed. If only we could read those funny little runes. An unlit candle. Bloodstains suggesting I should be careful. Yes. Ah. Pack. Wolves, then. Seems to be a cow skeleton as well. Well, that seems to have taken care of that. We can hear dripping of water. Oh, one more little wolf. Sorry. I'm afraid that you aren't going to make it. Ah, excellent. Cracked pots always suit me greatly. Why is it always death? Not only a blood stain, but a man. And spirits flit about quite thickly in this place. Lots of supplies, a burning campfire. These wolves must have killed the men quite recently. Let's see what these corpses are hiding. One golden rune. And a glowstone. Polished ruin fragment that shines brighter than rainbow stone, whatever that is. Emits light from the localized place it is placed in, illuminating surroundings. However, the effect is always short-lived and lacks the diverse colors of the rainbow stone. May serve benefit in dark places or at night. Faintly luminescent moss that grows in dark caves. Used for crafting items, especially medicinal boluses. Thin, hard beast bones. Material used for crafting items, found by hunting beasts. Commonly used to make disposable weapons. Well, it would seem I can't quite make a disposable weapon other than this thing right now. But we can find out what rainbow stones are. Shines with colored light when placed, serving as a guide. Ruin fragment that has undergone simple processing. Craftable item. Stones such as these shine with the colors of the rainbow, making them useful markers when placed on the ground. Can also be dropped to gauge the distance of a fall. The higher the pitch of the sound, the higher the likelihood that the fall is greatly damaging or even fatal. Once used to entertain children on the fringes of the lands between. That is interesting. It indicates the fringes must have a greater abundance of ruin fragments. Roa raisins are also available for crafting now. Preparation of dried Roa fruit. Feed to Torrent the spectral steed whilst riding to restore his HP. Humans are unable to digest Roa fruit, but Torrent seems to have a taste for it. Most curious. And what are these? Silver fireflies. 5 of them. Made to give off a silvery light. Found near bodies of cold water untouched by sunlight. Natural that you might find them here then. The light of these fireflies is believed to have an alluring magic. Silver light is considered to invite riches. Alluring magic. I wonder what use little bugs might have of that. This dog was eating that man. How gruesome. Ah, there was a second way that takes us past this other corpse. I see. Deeper, deeper into the dark we go. More and more bones as well. It would appear this place was actually occupied far earlier than those humans had been over here. Most likely, they came up quite recently, perhaps finding these wolves were out. And then, well, unfortunately for them, they returned. Or something more sinister might have occurred. Perhaps we'll find an answer beyond this fog. So many cows, yet we haven't seen any. Very well. Skill, eh? I shall show skill. Beastman of Farum Azula. Interesting. Show more skill than that. Let us see. Dear, oh dear. I think that ought to be enough. Yes, indeed. Animal bones sharpened into a knife for throwing. And we can create bone bolts carved from thin animal bones, though the tip is certainly sharp. It does not fly particularly true. You would need fletching to make that happen. Feather fletching adds distance to arrow's flight. Unfortunately, we cannot make such a thing, so we'll just make more knives. Farewell, Beastman. And thank you for your goods. Oh. Perhaps I should have gotten those earlier. That was a nasty battle. But, based on the fact that we find the humans in here, it would seem my earlier assessment was likely wrong. What happened must be that the humans actually had their camps earlier, and the Beastman was leading these wolves in to massacre them. How cruel. But no skin off of my bones. Hello, Mala.
Me? I'm searching for my purpose, given to me by my mother inside the Erdtree. Long ago, for the reason that I yet live, burned and bodiless. There is something for which I must apologize. I've acted the Finger Maiden, yet can offer no guidance. I am no maiden. My purpose was long ago lost.
Ah, Melina. I hold this not against you whatsoever. You have not been deceptive, for you only played the part of maiden. You told us this. That it would be the role, not the reality, when you first came to us with your accord. So why would I hold it against you now? Come.
Shall I turn your runes to strength?
Indeed.
Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment, share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
Health. I must have more life that I might not perish so easily. It is a great pain to be struck down. And though I will return, I wish to be able to fight the foes which would bring me destruction. Thank you, Melina. It is interesting that you said your mother spoke with you inside the Erdtree, though. How would that happen? Who could possibly be inside of such a thing? Curious, curious. Oh, soldier. Here, little soldier, soldier, soldier. Do you not recognize me? I need not more of the crimson. Thank you, Teardrop Scarab, but your services shall not be required. What shall be is more exploration. For we have not gone beyond this point, and I am intrigued to see what might lie beyond. Oh yes. That is something noteworthy. I have a horse. Torrents! Let us go! What telescope. Significantly larger than the ones that I'd seen before. Or rather, handled. There are enemies abounding. We'll have to face them before we can... before we can accept that situation. Dear, oh dear. It's the Erdtree Sentinel all over again. Farewell, horse. Enjoy your time. As meager as it may be, perhaps you shall find a great deal of joy in your life without that master. No witnesses. Collecting ruin fragments. It's curious. Oh. And that scarab is actually interesting. Determination. You dare. Perhaps I ought to at least get a singular health flask ready. No butterflies. Oh! Vengeance shall be mine. Pardon me. Dear. Having absolutely no health is such a bothersome issue. But it would seem not bothersome enough. Poor horse. Let us see then what this telescope can do for us. Bird's eye view. Oh, that is quite dramatic. Recognize that. Must be something interesting. Hidden armor. Well, that is interesting. And a sweet enough fruit of revenge. But still feels like there's something more here. Armor worn by Kaiden sellswords, made with the pelt of a snow wolf, perhaps those white ones we just saw in the cave, which protects against the cold. These hulking, fearless mercenaries said to hail from the mountaintops of the wintering north are adept at fighting from horseback. Kaiden is the name of their home settlement. Well, good to know. Let's see if we can't get an interesting change of perspective here. guide and gatekeeper of those returning to the roots. No. Should be pointing this way. Aha! Well, let's see what's in this place then. To return to the roots. Lots and lots of candles. And we begin to see human skulls decorating the floor as well, and bits of skeletons. Lost grace discovered. The Stormfoot Catacombs. More of that flame, eerily white. A proper death means returning to the Erdtree. Have patience until the time the roots call you. I see. There is sound. The sound of skittering. Something is moving to and fro. But not here. The sound stopped. Blood stains the floor quite eerily. It must be you. Oh! I see. Not one, but two, and they can pierce deep through the shield. That was a difficult situation. That should be enough. Farewell, little stony golem. But thank you for your time and service. Candles. Lighting up primarily the left side, flanking this sarcophagus. Seems quite important. This one is broken open and dug into. A skull amidst ashes is all that remains. Well, no, there are additional bones, but something must have been taken, I'm sure. Now, this singular chair is almost an invitation. Let's see what this person must have found when they were invited. Root resin. Well, we're returning to the root indeed. quite the intriguing thing to be guarding. What are those things? What is their purpose? Here, there is yet another sarcophagus being flanked, but with a flower being offered in front of it. Grave glovewort. White flower that blooms in catacombs. A soundless bell used to summon spirits. Strengthens ashes to +1. The art of strengthening ashes is known as spirit tuning. Only a spirit tuner may perform this deed. I know not what that might be useful for, but there's certainly quite a bit of ash around. Resin secreted from the roots of the great tree. Is that another name for the Erdtree, or is there something else going on here? Can also be found near trees on the surface. It certainly wasn't here. The roots of the great tree were once linked to those of the Erdtree, or so they say. So yes, it must indeed be a different tree. And it is for this reason that the catacombs are built around great tree roots. Returning to the roots of the great tree was quite important. Important enough that these skeletal men had to stand watch. Between skull reliefs? What is that? 2 circles on either side of a skull. One almost looks like a bat at the bottom, but it's very strange. At the top, that's almost like a beheaded skeleton. You can see a pelvis and chest going in. Spirits circling... Oh, is that a flower at the bottom there? So, spirits up above the flowers, circling up. It must be talking about some sort of system of soul movement, where at first they become attached to these gloveworts, and then move into the tree roots. So that must be what's going on here. These knots must be referring to the roots. And there's some sort of spiraling vortex transition going on. And we see, of course, a tree which has received the spirits of people, which are now hanging in its boughs. Natural. And you can see the root resin down below. So it must be the great tree. Interesting, interesting. Going to just stand there and watch as you die? What awkward fellows. None more down here, but a new flower. Grave violet. A purple flower that blooms in graveyards, Well, I suppose a catacomb is a sort of graveyard. Material for crafting items. The hue of ghost flame. It is believed to be useful in calling forth spirits. So, that means you have both the glovewort and the grave violet, which are contributing to the same process, calling forth spirits of the dead. But what is ghost flame? Why did I think it was that blue-white stuff earlier? This. It must not be. Why? What is the white fire then? This is presenting a bit of a... Oh, some enemy must have just been destroyed. Let's see. Licking at me, so I can't get any closer. I have nothing. Hesitation cost me dearly. But now I know there is a way. Let us see. Please enjoy your complimentary swords. No stop left. So. There are quite a few of you here. good that you are quite done. Oh, hello there. Thank you, but no thank you. Okay. What were you guarding? This is ghost glovewort. Different than the grave stuff. White flower that blooms in catacombs. A spirit nestles close to it. This must be the distinction. Strengthens renowned ashes to +1. Ashes which keep their renown even after death cannot be strengthened by merely corporeal glovewort. So a spirit hanging around with them causes them to become slightly incorporeal. But more importantly than this, ashes hold spirits, and that is something most curious. I can see why they would be left within those sarcophagi now. Perhaps they're trying to cultivate them. But what is here? What are you holding? Smoldering butterfly. Something used to light things aflame. Perhaps it intended to burn some corpses and see if it couldn't get some ash. Yes, yes. So we have that place. But also this. And what might you hold? Hello indeed. Peekaboo. Why did that man have such a thing? Was he trying to communicate with the spirits? It seems as such. That there are so many people who seem to be coming down here. It does seem that something is going on. They are being killed quite a bit, and there must be some reason driving them towards such ends. I'm sure they wouldn't risk their life for no reason. Not so fast, little one. I'm afraid your time is up. Always with the sounds of skittering about. Leverhead. I must have been down there already. Hello. Oh dear. Why did you not notice me? I was continuing to walk quite loudly for a little bit there. But this is familiar. A grave glovewort this one must be. I don't see the spirits. Okay. And there is a corpse right by it. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Wandering noble ashes. Now, that explains it. This place is a place of sacrifice and experimentation. It's being used to test how long it takes for the spirit ashes to actually be turned into ghost glovewort. Because ghost glovewort has a spirit hanging around them. A smoldering butterfly, rather than being used to burn up the corpse, must be remnants from the essence of that, well, no longer present ash. The essence of ash must be fire and spirit in this case. The fire animates and allows us to actually commune with them. Fire is a sort of life. But when there's glovewort present, it can pull in spirits. And so, in this place, the experiment was not concluded. We had actual ashes to gain, and only grave glovewort. And in the other place, we had ghost glovewort and no ashes. I see what the lever had meant now. Well, quite the interesting little experiment. Before coming down there, it would be best to return to Grace. After. You thought you could get me again? No! Now time to see what's behind the door. Another gate of fog. Golden fog. The fog of destiny. Has ears like a bat, a crown around its neck, a crimson cape, and a flaming tail. Must be some sort of guardian of the underworld. Or meant to evoke it. And fire it burns. curious thing to do at the roots of the tree. Erdtree burial, Watchdog! And so we earn noble spirit ashes. And we find ourselves amidst multiple types of roots. That is curious. Brown ones, which appear to be of the great tree variety, if this is anything to tell by, which seem to be attempting to eat up these bodies. The ones that are not left as bones amidst the middle, but the gray roots. The gray roots are coming in and pulling skeletons to them. Well, that leaves them in quite the predicament. They come to return to the roots, but some of them get to the roots, while some of them are taken by foreign ones. What a wretched fate. Assuming, of course, they don't choose it somehow. Oh, I burned all my resources on this one. Erdtree burial, Watchdog. Truly, you were a worthy opponent. Interesting that the dog had ears like a bat, a tail like a lizard or a snake, hands like a man, and a sword of such too, a cape like a noble, crown like a king. It seems almost as if maybe not a guardian of the underworld, but a lord thereof. I am able to carry more, to fight longer, and accomplish many a great thing now. And we shall put that noun, or rather, I am able to fight longer. Now I shall be able to fight longer, harder, carry more, and go about my business much more at my leisure. The endurance to face the world. Amidst death, life, and return. As I shall when I am reborn yet again.